Hey guys, it's me Ben. I'm here with another video. Today's a little different. I'm gonna show you how character design works. That's it. That's the intro. Let's get into the video. A character design needs to be iconic, individual, tell you a little bit about the character itself. You shouldn't judge people based on appearances in real life, but in 2D platforms, it's okay. In most cases, you need to be able to look at a character and say, they're the protagonist, they're the antagonist, they are weird. You're an up-and-coming artist who needs to make a bunch of character designs for your series. That's either a book series or an animated series. If it's an animated series, I applaud you because those are extremely hard. Drawing characters can be a long and tedious process because it's not as simple as just drawing a character and then saying, oh, that looks good, I'm done, and then just moving on to the next character. That mentality is not going to get you anywhere, and if you're planning on working for a studio, that's not going to fly at all. But if you're working for a studio, there's going to be a lot more people, but this is for people who are just learning to get into character design. Today, I'm going to make my own Fortnite skin. First things first, story. It's a quick tip to add a mental story to whatever character you're making, even if it's just like a small one-time character that you're never planning on using ever again. This stops your design from being generic, and if somebody asks a question about it, you can just answer that question right off the bat. The story around my Fortnite skin is that he's been in the loop since Chapter 1, Season 3. If you don't know what that is because you don't play Fortnite, or you just play Fortnite and you don't look at the story, you'll be fine. He'd upgraded his body to match other players and learned how to use his shape-shifting powers. Where did he get these powers? How does he have the knowledge to do any of this? Well, due to the loop's memory erasing properties, he doesn't know how. He eventually is able to escape the loop and joins IO in exchange for his memories back. But will IO keep their end of the deal? Now that's a question that only Fortnite can answer, because if I plan on getting this into Fortnite, they're the ones who are going to continue the story, they're the ones who are going to end it. I got off easy because rather than creating an original story, I used plot points from Fortnite's story. But it's not that hard to make an original story. Like, watch this. My character lives in a world where technology is more advanced. It's not necessarily the future, it's just technology has advanced a lot faster to now where we're at a current point in time, they're far ahead of us in technology. My character, Ben Lettle, which is a play on my name, Ben Legal, had a passion for zoology and was a robotics prodigy. In my younger years, in middle school, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to be a zoologist or a robotics expert. Before I eventually just decided to just be an artist. So this is my way of getting the best of both worlds. However, the animals in Ben Little's reality are a lot different than ours. For example, we have the Caramantis, a mantis bug thing that's the size of an ostrich, the Orion Sonic Falcon, a giant bird that can survive outside the atmosphere of the Earth, and the Eclipse Lycanth, which is a bipedal wolf the size of a bear. One night, Ben gets the idea to create a device that could give him the abilities of these animals. However, this device has an unknown side effect. Instead of just giving him the abilities of these creatures, he could become these creatures. He thought this was a massive innovation at first, but once he realized it could be in the wrong hands, he decided it'd be better to destroy it. But then he got sucked into a rift. Now you don't need to make a 10-page essay like I just did, but you do need to piece together a tiny mental story. At first, I was going to make a whole thing about art style, but then I realized art style doesn't really have too much to do with character design. There's your art style, how you draw, how you make eyes, how you draw a mouth, how you draw ears, how you draw hands, because nobody likes drawing hands. And yeah, that's pretty much it. However, I do have a few tips. Like, don't go above what you're comfortable in. I'm not saying stay in your lane, kid. No, I mean, if there is an artist that you like and you're trying to be like them, don't just go for what they do. You're just gonna keep messing up, and then you're gonna think something's wrong with you, and it's just gonna be really disheartening. Don't do that. Just think about what you like about their design and see if you can incorporate that into your designs. Like the colors they use, the type of shading they do. So yeah. Now, when designing your character, or what do you want in your character, don't draw just yet. But no, I want to draw. I want to start drawing now. Let me draw. We're almost there. This will only take a few minutes. What are you looking for in your character? What is your main inspiration? What are some influences you want your art to be inspired by? Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen, his main inspiration is Kakashi from Naruto. Ida from the Owl House is inspired by Ryoko from Tenchi Muyoi, and Kamui Woods from My Hero Academia is inspired by Spider-Man. What characters that are similar to mine that I like do I want my characters to be inspired by? That is a question you should ask yourself before you make any serious drawing. You can just doodle in class and that can be whatever. You can just doodle whatever, that can be whatever. But when you want to make a serious, down to the point drawing, you need more inspiration than just what comes off the dome. Make a mood board. A board with whatever you want your character to be based off of. A character from Naruto, or Dragon Ball Z, or something from Disney, or anything at all. Anything you want your character to be based off of can just be there. This helps you focus on more of what you want to accomplish instead of going in several different directions. That is just going to take you off of the focus of what you wanted to do originally. So, now that we're done with that, let's get drawing. Last quick tip before we start drawing. I taught myself this recently. If you make a small stick man of the poses you have in mind, you can shave off 30 minutes of making poses that you really hate, and it'll just save you a lot of time. Now that we have a jumping off point, we do what I like to call golf drawing. It probably has a better name, but I'm going to call it golf drawing because in golf, you hit the ball as hard as you can and you get it closer and closer and closer into the hole until you make it. And that's pretty much what you do when sketching concepts. You go for one design and then you go in all sorts of directions until you find something you really like. You really like, and then you make a couple more designs to capitalize on what you like about that design until you've reached what you consider perfection. You're still not done yet. Now, time to experiment. A tip I learned from online classes. Not sponsored, but I feel like I should have said that the first time. Experimenting your design is the process of making your character emote. This also helps test your character's redraw ability. Because if you're making an animated series or a comic book, you need to make your character do all sorts of things. And sometimes people over detail their designs, and that prevents them from being able to draw the characters too much. That's why most super forms in books or TV are very rare because people don't want to animate a whole Dora with blue crazy hair and a whole bunch of other stuff. This experimentation process also helps you make sure you don't need to go back every time you draw this character and say, oh, I need to remove that, oh, I need to stop his eyes from looking like that, oh, I need to fix all of this. Now I've covered pretty much everything we've done, so what's next? make a full-bodied sketch, and make a complete design of what you've just drawn. Draw the official design for it. Right now. Yeah, right now. And there you go. This is your character. Or it's another concept. That's really up to you. But if you're working for an animation studio, this would be another concept. Marketing and a whole bunch of other people would have a say in what goes in and out of your design before it's officially debuted. But if you're working for yourself and you like this design and you don't want to change it for anything, go for it. It's yours. But this is the part in which you should move on. This might seem like a lot for just one character, but if you really like your career as an artist and you want your show, books, designs to be as best as they can be, you need to do this. I mean, look at Steven Universe. I really am glad they had that pilot, because I would not have been able to get into Steven Universe if the characters looked the way they did. Now, this has been Ben Legal on character design. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, it helps get the video out there. And subscribe because I would appreciate it. And leave a comment down below of what you would like to see from me next. I have a whole bunch of videos planned. I am very backed up on video plans. I'm trying to stop myself from making stuff so I can actually focus on what I need to do and what I need to put out. And that's honestly funny and irritating at the same time to me, because I'm literally stopping myself by making stuff. And yeah, peace out, guys. See you next time.